Hey, question. When was the last time you went to the movie theater? When was the last time you sat down in a dark room for 2 hours and watched a movie? A week? A month? Maybe even a whole year? Follow-up question. How many times have you scrolled social media this week? For most of us, that's a lot. Times are different now. If you go back a couple decades, it wasn't uncommon for the average person to go to the theater once a week. But now, with the new digital age of social media, people have found new forms of entertainment. TikTok, Instagram, this very platform you're watching this video on YouTube, have proven to be more popular for the average American than going to the cinema. So what do you do if you want to bring the conversation of film into the new digital space? Well, you go to the social media platform, Letterboxd. So what is Letterboxd, you ask? Well, it's a personal film diary that doubles as a place to share and discuss your thoughts on movies with your friends and strangers on the internet. Let me give you an example. Imagine you just went to the movie theater to watch the new Ryan Gosling flick Project Hail Mary, and you really loved it and you want everyone to know. Well, now you can open up Letterboxd, give it a rating out of 5 stars, and then you could write your extended thoughts down to share with the world. Then you can spend the next couple hours reading other people's thoughts and engaging with the movie you just watched. Now you can do this with any movie you watch and get more excited about watching any movie, both new and old. Letterboxd also makes it really easy to show off your movie personality. You can go to your profile and really show people who you are and what your film taste is. As you can see on my own profile, I have my 4 favorite movies listed. I like to sometimes switch it up to give a different theme or a color grade to it. There's also lists you can make of all of your favorite movies, yearly rankings, director and actor ratings, and so much more. I've been very positive so far because I really do love Letterboxd and the community I've found on it. I've discovered so many movies I never would have if not for the people I've found on Letterboxd, but it's not completely perfect. I do think it is a great balance of both showing the love for the art of cinema and a piece of online communication. But I do think at the end of the day, it is a social media app, and this always pushes people to create a more appealing image than a true image. As an annoying film snob, I often found myself on the other end of the consensus opinion and being labeled as faking my opinion for attention. But often this comes from people who are possibly afraid of thinking differently than the consensus rating on Letterboxd. And I think this is doing the opposite of what the app is intended to do. I think you should use the app as inspiration to find your taste and find people who will show you films that interest you. As it is with most social media, it is a much better place when you are being authentic, and I think Letterboxd is a really great place to express yourself. Lastly, I want to discuss one of the more recent pieces of Letterboxd discourse, which is the Letterboxd Video Store. This new program now allows you to rent movies directly from Letterboxd. This includes classics like The 400 Blows and Perfect Blue, but also newer films that premiered at film festivals throughout the last year, that Letterboxd is one of the only companies to pick these films up. The discourse revolved around the prices of these new movies. Many of the film festival movies went for around $20 for rent, which for something you can't see on the big screen can be considered too expensive. And while I do agree with this, I would argue that these are indie films that are not available anywhere else, and I think supporting indie films is incredibly important to film. A solution to this problem would be to get a group of friends together and split the price. 5 people split a $20 price tag, and now you only have to pay $4 for a movie night with friends. Whatever your take is on this discourse, the Letterboxd Video Store has shown to be very successful. It allowed some of these movies to be picked up by distributors for theatrical release. For example, this indie horror film called It Ends got picked up by Neon and now will be shown in theaters this year. Letterboxd helped this small indie get picked up by one of the biggest distribution companies in the indie game. I think this is so exciting for the future of movies, and I think years down the line, my generation will look back at Letterboxd as a pillar of the modern movie experience. And with that, I think that's all I gotta say. I think Letterboxd is such an exciting platform for modern film audiences, and I hope it only gets people more excited to discover and discuss films. Thank you for watching. Let me know your Letterboxd and your thoughts on the platform, and I will see you at the movies.